Continue to check in. I think right now we're going to check in with our very own Alex Osiris, who is out live now. Alex, tell us where you are and what you're seeing right now.
Well, Cedric, we're just south of Mineola, north of Lindale here in Smith County. You can see behind us, we have been out here all morning. Smith County officials just put up this water over the road sign maybe 15 minutes ago, and that's because of County Road 484. You can see down the road there, we're keeping our distance, but down the road there, it is flooded. The water completely over the roadway, and it has been now for several hours. This was the site of a water rescue earlier this morning. Lindale Fire Department crews were out here this morning. They were able to rescue someone from a vehicle. The water was up to the headlights on what appeared to be an SUV or a pickup truck earlier this morning, and we've been out here monitoring this. The water just keeps rising is what we've been seeing all morning, and a lot of these signs are going up around the county. Of course, we're going to monitor this and tell you about some more road closures coming up a little later. Cedric, back to you.
Thank you, Alex, and of course we'll check back in with Alex here in just a moment there. And so as I take this off, I'll put the radar in loop here. If we can go to a split screen, put that radar on the side there for you. Left can get ready to get some scattered showers and storms. But as we can see, everyone's still dealing with that flash flooding there. Joining me now in the Weather Center here is Lane Lucky. And Lane, I know you've been looking over some new information. You have anything to share with us?
We do. There are so many reports of flooded roads all across East Texas, as you mentioned, as folks are heading out the door here. What is it?
Yeah,
about 30 minutes now until the 8 o'clock hour. And we're seeing major flooding conditions in Tyler and in Longview along the I-20 corridor. We even have reports of a stretch of I-20 in West Shreveport that's closed right now. So if you're heading that way east this morning, of course, this is something you're going to see all across the region. Now, one thing that I want to show you here on this in the screen in front of us is a live map from TxDOT. This is their drivetexas.org map. And you can see here, we're looking at Metro Tyler. The blue shading roads that you can see here are locations where they're currently seeing flooding conditions. These are all of the main arteries in Tyler. You can see Interstate 20, Highway 69. You can see Loop 323, Loop 49. All across the area here, you can see the shading of the blue. This is where we're seeing some major flooding across the area. So no matter where you are going in or out of Tyler this morning, the chances are very high that you're going to see some flooding. Now, in Longview this morning, we're also seeing some flooding. Reports from law enforcement right now coming in of multiple flooded roads in the Pine Tree area, and then along West Harrison at Parmier, North Eastman at Hollybrook, and several locations along the West Loop 281. That's at Pine Tree Road, Nay, at Marshall, North Eastman at East Loop 281. So we're seeing flooding locations all across Longview as well. Cedric, what about our friends in Deep East Texas? We're starting to see some showers and storms moving through that corridor as well.
That's right, exactly. You got the radar on the left side of your screen there, and I want to zoom in here to show you here. One cluster that we're very concerned about here that continues to increase in coverage and lightning, as you can see here, is this one moving into Angelina County as we speak. And so as we zoom on down into Angelina County, I want to show you this continues to lift on off towards the north and east here. I'm going to put a little storm track on you there on the leading edge of this. That's where the strongest winds are, up to 60, 70 miles per hour, and it continues to lift off to the northeast around 40. So as I put that track up on the screen there for you, you can see in Nacogdoches within the next couple of minutes, you're going to see this moving into your area. Also the Zavala area within the next 25 minutes, and St. Augustine, if this holds together, in less than an hour. This is producing some torrential downpours, lots of heavy rainfall, some strong gusty winds, and lots of lightning. In fact, let's take a look at the lightning real quick on this cell here, and we can show you here within this cell itself, we're getting over 555 lightning strikes occurring across the region there. And then, of course, that's going to be a big concern as we move throughout the morning. Right now, the good news is the hail threat seems to be fairly low, and right now, no real tornado threats, but as you can see across the area, we're still watching this line of storms as it continues to work its way across the region here. And again, you see more moisture pumping in from the south, and that trend will continue. And of course, I just want to let you know as well, Moberly at Milton Street is underwater now. So Moberly at Milton Street is underwater, and also Lake Tyler East Shore is underwater and unpassable right now. I know people stuck in that subdivision there, so we're watching problems there. And then, of course, at 110 and over towards going north along towards White House is closed, leaving White House there. So keep that in mind as well. And I think you guys have some more information.
Yeah, of course. I want to show you again here this drivetexas.org map. This is TxDOT's live road conditions map all across East Texas. And we were just talking about the showers starting to build in deep East Texas. And we've got this zoomed in now on Lufkin in Angelina County. And while there are no reports, you can see it's all clear right now on the drivetexas.org map. As the showers continue to fall and the rain starts to pond in areas, we know those areas that will start to flood in Lufkin on South Loop 287, there at the intersection with Highway 59. You know that area of the underpass tends to flood frequently at the two-lane underpass. So you want to watch out as you're on the roads this morning across East Texas. We know areas in Diboll like to flood. So as this rain just continues to pour, and we have multiple rounds coming today.
That's right, exactly. This is not going to be a one and done. We were telling you that yesterday. We're telling you that again today. We've got several more days of that. And I do want to let you know as well here, we do have some breaking news here. This is from Henderson Fire Department there. The Westvale Apartments there, they are doing evacuations and water rescues there at the Westvale Apartments there on, let's see here, that is on Main Street, West Main Street for flooding there. So they are working evacuations there due to the flooding. And of course, we're also seeing other issues taking place as well.
Now, all of this is having an impact not only on travel this morning, but people wondering, is there going to be daycare services? Is there going to be school? Not all school districts across East Texas are on spring break this week. For the latest on that angle with this storm coverage, let's head over now to Lexi with the latest.
You know, Lane and Cedric, we don't have any specific reports of any schools delaying or closing. Like you said, many people on spring break this week. We are getting a few reports, obviously with those roads being flooded, some debris on the roads out there. There's a report from Bullard ISD. They're saying that buses from Emerald Bay and Highway 155 bus, those will be delayed. There's reports of a tree across FM 344 that's just west of the FM 346 intersection. So if your kids ride those buses, those could be running a little bit delayed this morning. We're also getting some pictures in from viewers. We have a picture from Highway 271, and Tyler, I believe we have that picture to show you. You can see roads completely flooded, lots of people just sending in storm pictures. If you're able to take your pictures safely, you can send them to sendit@kltv.com or sendit@ktre.com. We also found out that the Meals on Wheels ministry, they're suspending services today to clients in Henderson, Gregg, Smith, Van Zant, Upshur, and Wood counties. They're, of course, also citing some dangerous driving conditions, wanting to keep everyone safe, but they are canceling services for today. I'm not sure if we have those pictures, but we can show them to you a little bit later on. Just lots of flooding out there right now. Oh, I'm getting where we do have those pictures. This is a picture from Highway 271. You can see the road just completely flooded there. So absolutely turn around, don't drown. And Cedric have said it many times this morning. Obviously, we've seen at least 2, maybe even 3 high water rescues this morning. This one is from Eden. Let's see, I think it's Eden Drive, yes, in Longview. Creek there that's completely flooded. So please be careful if you're headed out this morning. A lot of agencies saying if you can hold off on heading to work or heading out wherever you need to go, do that. Do not head into any water if you can't see the road. Very dangerous out there. Cedric and Lane?
All right. And, of course, I just want to report real quickly here. We're getting some reports of some major road closures here. Let's see, US 259 just south of FM 850 at that intersection there is closed there. So, and that would be in Henderson County there again. So more road closures, more major road closures to add to that as well. Also getting reports of 8 to 10 inches of rainfall being reported in the Longview community. So many streets are underwater. Again, as we've said numerous times, turn around, don't drown. It's very important, of course. And we don't just say that just because it's a catchy slogan.
Sure.
We say that because
it helps you remember.
Right, exactly.
It's something so basic, but it saves lives.
Right.
Too often folks think that they can drive through just a couple of inches of water, and oftentimes that's all it takes for your car to be disabled or swept off the road. And unfortunately, we've seen reports this morning of several rescues, including earlier where Alex Ositis was in the Lindale area in northern Smith County, where at least one person, we're still working to confirm more information on exactly what happened there near Stone Creek off of U.S. Highway 69, where one person is now hospitalized. The condition at this hour is still unknown. But again, we've seen all important information. Turn around, don't drown.
Yes, that's exactly right. And of course, you know, one of the things that we, I had a couple of questions about this, and they was dealing with flooding and flash flooding.
Sure.
What's the difference? Because this morning we're dealing with a flash flooding situation. So what does that mean? Well, it's like if you ever watched the TV show, the classic The Flash. He's a fast guy. He's like a fast superhero. Well, think of it that way. Flash means that the water rises in a flash. Just like that, it comes up, causes big problems. But as you've seen, probably within the past 30 minutes or so, as the rain ends, the water levels start to recede, and you're able to progress again. But as you get a flooding situation, this is something that's going to evolve over the next couple of days. That deals with a lot of the rivers and creeks and streams. And so all this water, 9-10 inches in Longview, 9-10 inches in Marshall, 9-10 inches in northern Smith County, well, once that water runs off, where does it go? It goes into those streams, creeks, and tributaries, and eventually that water level rises. So you can get flooding that occurs days later thanks to the rain that happens now. And so that's why everyone who especially lives near an area of water needs to be well aware of what's going on with the surroundings around them.
Absolutely. And we want to get you also informed of some of the ways that you can help stay ahead of the weather as you're heading out the door today. Of course, you may not always be able to be within earshot of your voice today. If you have to go to work or heading out around town, if you must be out in this weather, you can take the information that you need to stay safe with you on the go. Now, if you look on the right side of your screen right now, you can see this is our Storm Tracker interactive radar on KLTV and KTRE.com, where this is the same information that Cedric is using to keep you informed, and you can actually zoom down into your neighborhood and take the controls and see exactly where these storms are moving. Cedric, what are some of the features that you use here?
Oh, yeah, so we've got some great features. You turn them off, you can track the storms. It has the storm track on there for you. It has a lightning tool that you'll be able to use to count the lightning just as we do. It also has the potential to show you what's going on with the temperatures, the wind speeds, current conditions. You can track the clouds. And one of the neat features that we added with this tool, probably, I guess it was maybe a year ago, but this is still a fairly new feature, is called the Future Radar. And what that is basically like our Precision Cast. It can take the current radar image and forecast or project outward what's going on and what we could see coming up here in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour. So it gives you a better idea of where the storm is, where it's headed. It's a great tool. It's a great feature to have. And, of course, you can have it at the palm of your hand as well. And as you can see, the showers and storms that you're showing are moving from south to north across the area, and that's that overall flow. But this whole line is slowly creeping off to the east, and that's why we are dealing with such a flash flood issue. But as you can see there, as you're showing there, we've got watches, warnings, severe weather outlooks. That's the Storm Prediction Center forecast. The storm attributes are what tells you about the storm. So it'll tell you how much hail we have in a storm, if we have a lot of lightning, which direction it moves. It gives you all the information about a particular storm that it highlights there. So some great tools to have there as well. And again, you can have it palm of your hand.
So this is on a desktop, and we also have our